A 9-year-old girl who never wants to disappoint her family, friends, or teammates, Asha Degree is an honor student and gifted athlete. She will go out of her way to make her parents and friends proud of her. When her basketball team is handed its first loss of the season, Asha takes it especially hard, blaming herself for letting her team down. Could she have been so upset that she would leave it all behind and run away from the safety and security of the only life she knew?
Wow, I like that.
On a chilly and stormy Sunday evening in the small rural town of Shelby, North Carolina, 9-year-old Asha Degree and her family are watching basketball on TV. An hour into the game, the electricity goes off.
Whole neighborhood went pitch black.
Asha's father, Harold, brings in a kerosene heater from the utility shed. Her mother, Hyquilla, lights candles. After an hour, she then sends the children to their bedroom.
They went in there and they did go to sleep.
Just after midnight, the power is restored.
Good night, sweetie.
I'll be up in a minute. I'm gonna wait for this heater to cool down, all right?
All right, sweetie.
All right.
A few hours later, the heater now cooled, Harold goes into the kids' bedroom. Asha and O'Brien are sound asleep. He blows out the candle and goes to bed himself. The next morning, Hyquilla enters the kids' room.
Time to get up. Asha?
She opened the door and then she asked me, "Where's Asha?"
Baby, wake up. Where's your sister? Baby, wake up. Where's your sister? Get up.
I walked over there and just pulled the cover off. There wasn't nobody in the bed.
Her family hasn't seen her since. 9-year-old Asha Degree is the younger of 2 siblings. She and older brother O'Brien are separated by just 11 months.
We just shared every moment and everything with each other.
They was thick as thieves. Whatever he did, she wanted to do.
Their small hometown of Shelby, in the southern part of the state, has high unemployment. But despite its economic challenges, the community is a close-knit one. Every Sunday, Asha and her brother go to their Baptist church, and Asha is a sensitive girl.
She don't want nobody disappointed, upset her for any reason.
The 2 kids also play basketball, and when Asha hits the court, a transformation occurs. The sweet and appeasing girl becomes a skilled and aggressive athlete.
She understood the game. She was better at the sport than I was.
In 4th grade, Asha earns the starting point guard position on her school team, which has a winning record in large part due to Asha's agility on the court.
2000 was the first year she played. They were undefeated.
And Asha likes to win.
She had a competitive nature. Nobody in our family likes to lose.
Asha and O'Brien have basketball games every Saturday. Asha's team plays first. This game on February 12, 2000 is not going well. When an opponent gets aggressive with her and the ref doesn't call the foul, Asha gets upset. The star is having a hard time keeping her head in the game, and she makes a series of mistakes.
Last 3 minutes of the game, she fouled out. She stomped off the court.
She had never been taken out of a basketball game.
Moments after Asha is benched, the team loses for the first time all season.
They end up getting beat by 1. Whole team is crying.
Asha is especially upset at the loss.
I call it anger crying, like when we so mad that that's all you can do is cry.
She felt like they lost the game because she fouled out.
A couple hours later, Asha finally calms down about the defeat.
By the time my game was getting ready to start, she was fine.
The next morning, the family attends their usual 9:30 church service. O'Brien notices his sister doesn't seem happy.
And she was like, So I just can't believe we lost that game.
After a long day of services and visiting with relatives, the family returns home as thunderstorms roll into Shelby. That evening, Iquilla gets the family together for the start of the NBA All-Star Game.
About 9:35, power went out.
With the chilly February weather, Harold and Iquilla try to make the house comfortable.
I had to go outside, get kerosene heat and light it, bring it in the house for heat.
And Iquilla lights candles in the house. An hour later, she sends the kids to bed.
Good night. Good night, sweetie. Mwah.
By 11 o'clock, Asha and O'Brien finally fall asleep. Iquilla and her husband doze off while they wait for the power to be restored.
And I guess it was about like 12:15 when I heard the power kick back on. So I got up, blew out the candles, and for some reason I left that candle lit in their bedroom.
Iquilla then turns in for bed.
Good night.
Harold stays up for another 2 hours, waiting for the kerosene heater to cool down. Harold checks in on the kids and sees that both children are asleep in their beds, so he blows out the candle in their room and calls it a night. The next morning is a school day.
You two wake up. It's time to get out.
I looked in her bed and she wasn't in her bed. I grabbed the cover off my son's bed.
Get up. Where's your sister? Baby, wake up.
I'd make him wake up and look at me.
Where's your sister?
That's when panic starts setting in.
Iquilla frantically searches every room in the house.
Asia.
Then I started opening up every closet in my house. Don't ask me why, I just did.
Iquilla wakes up her husband Harold, who is still sleeping.
I can't find her. She's not in her room.
She came up again and saying that Asha wasn't in the house.
Calm down, calm down,
Don't tell me to calm down. My baby is missing. I can't find
She
her.
went to her grandmother's house.
They think maybe Asha might have gotten up early and walked down the street to her grandmother's house, where she catches the school bus.
Hello, Ma?
I call over their grandmother's. Listen to me, wake up. She's not in the house.
Is she with you?
She ain't seen her.
She's not?
I said, well, is there anywhere else she would go in the neighborhood? And she said, not that I know of. Will you hang up and call the police?
Threw the phone at my husband, told him, Mama said call the police. And I went running out the door.
A Cleveland County Sheriff's deputy arrives on the scene. Within minutes, he calls for backup.
Search is done of the residence. Searches are done of the area immediately around the residence.
We walking up down the street, looking and hollering, looking everywhere.
But there's no sign of Asha. Investigators gear up to search the country roads and fields surrounding Shelby, North Carolina. Asha Degree is now officially a missing person. Next, authorities locate some of Asha's belongings not far from her home.
There are some items found in a barn off of Highway 18.
And a family tries to figure out why a 9-year-old would just get up and leave.
But I've never been wrapped my head around at that age, packing a bag, going outside in the dark.
It's been a little over an hour since 9-year-old Asha Degree was discovered missing from her family's home in rural Shelby, North Carolina. Her frantic family is trying to stay positive.
Then we have no idea where she was. I just pray and hope for the best.
I just remember my first thought was like, maybe I see her at school.
A full contingent of Cleveland County law enforcement is already at the Degree family home. They deploy a K-9 unit with the hopes of picking up Asha's scent, but have no luck. Word of the missing 9-year-old races through town. Reinforcements are brought in and volunteers join the search. Iquilla is beside herself when she learns that the authorities want her to sit tight at home.
I had to stay in the house in case somebody called, which I did not like.
The detectives ask if anything is missing from the house.
Her backpack is gone.
Asha's 10-year-old brother O'Brien tells the investigator that his sister's book bag has disappeared.
It was fairly easy to realize what was missing. Asha always kept her stuff tidy.
I did not realize that anything was missing. All I was thinking about, she wasn't in my house.
Iquilla does an inventory of Asha's clothing. Several items are gone, including a pair of jeans, her tennis shoes, her basketball uniform, and her black book bag. Investigators now have a possible description of what Asha might have been wearing.
Can you tell me if anything unusual happened last night?
They ask Asha's mother if something might have been bothering the 9-year-old before she disappeared.
We thought that she might be upset about the game. She felt like it was her fault since she fouled out.
By early afternoon, local media outlets have picked up the story, and Asha's face is everywhere. That evening, detectives asked the Degree family to come to the sheriff's office to be interviewed.
I told them everything I knew.
While the mother is being questioned, the officer receives some new information.
He said 2 different motorists had spotted her that morning.
Authorities tell the family that at 3:30 a.m., a truck driver spotted a young female matching Asha's description, walking south along Route 18, about a mile from the Degree home.
He thought she was a teenager. He said he thought that was strange, but he just kept on driving north to make his deliveries.
The police also say that a second truck driver reports passing a young African-American girl at 4:15 a.m. on the same stretch of road.
They were both truck drivers that were traveling on Highway 18 and had these sightings of the person that we believe may have been Asha Degree.
The second truck driver didn't think much of seeing the girl either, until his daughter, according to the Degrees, came home upset about a girl missing from her school.
His daughter was in the grade with my daughter and came home crying about it.
Police searched the area near the highway where Asha was spotted, but uncovered no evidence. It's now been nearly 24 hours since Asha was last seen. The sheriff's deputies and volunteers who've been looking for Asha nonstop finally take a break.
Well, like, how is I'm going to be in a warm house and my daughter still out there in the cold somewhere? That bus really hit me, but I broke down.
Throughout the next day, more volunteers joined authorities in searching the woods and fields in and around the town of Shelby. Investigators use every tool at their disposal.
Searchers utilized search dogs, cadaver dogs. It was a pretty extensive search.
Authorities are unable to locate even a scrap of evidence that might lead them closer to Asha. Next, with little to go on, investigators turned their attentions to the residents of Shelby.
They located the people that were registered as sex offenders.
And a disturbing discovery puts the family on edge.
I could tell by the way he was talking, the police had found something. I got scared.
It's been 72 hours since Asha Degree disappeared from her home in Shelby, North Carolina. Hundreds of residents and law enforcement personnel have been combing the rural area for any trace of the 9-year-old. They have come up empty-handed, but they're about to uncover some new and disturbing evidence.
2 grueling days have passed since the strange disappearance of Asha Degree. Investigators have yet to find any evidence of foul play, so they still consider the possibility that the 9-year-old girl may have run away from home. But her family is certain that even if Asha was distraught after losing a close basketball game and did run off, she would have come home by now.
My heart really tells me that somebody's got her.
Authorities have pulled out all the stops in the hunt for the missing girl, and finally, they get a solid lead.
There are some items found off of Highway 18.
In an old barn just a few hundred yards from where Asha was last seen walking, police locate their first clue. Several colored hair bows are strewn across the dirt floor. Aquila knows immediately they belong to her daughter.
Those were her things and she was in there.
Investigators now have their first solid evidence indicating Asha's whereabouts after she disappeared from her parents' house 2 days ago.
That rejuvenated the efforts to search around this barn and the area of woods behind the barn and any bodies of water back there.
Investigators search for hundreds of hours, but uncover no additional clues. There is no sign of a struggle or blood in the barn. They also question the barn's owners, a local family that uses the barn for storage. Still, no answers and no suspects. Once again, 9-year-old Asha Degree's trail goes cold. After 2 weeks, authorities call off the massive ground search for the young basketball star, and her family is devastated.
Police and the FBI was there every day for 2 weeks. And then after that, that's when they scaled back, and I was mad about it.
Despite ending the ground search, investigators focus on the possibility that Asha may have fallen into the hands of a sexual predator.
We pulled the sex offender registry and located the people that lived in that area that were registered as sex offenders.
But authorities are still unable to uncover any evidence that leads them to Asha.
They said everything checks out, though, so we have to go by what the police said.
The search for Asha stretches for months. Every potential clue eventually dries up. Left with no answers as to what happened to Asha, the heartbroken family struggles to resume any sense of their everyday life.
When a child is missing, it's worse than death. Because with death, you've got closure. With this, you don't know.
18 long months after Asha disappeared, her family still doesn't know what made the 9-year-old get up and leave the house on that cold February morning.
No kid that age I don't see going out the dark that time of morning. That blows my mind.
Then, on August 2nd, 2001, a startling discovery near the same state road, Highway 18, where 2 truck drivers reported they'd seen a girl fitting Asha's description on the night she went missing.
This was a grassy area that was being prepped for a home construction, approximately 10 to 15 feet off the side of the road.
After the rest of the crew has gone home for the day, the backhoe operator remains behind. He scoops one last bucket of dirt and...
He put it down, and when he come up with it, the black trash bag got hooked on the teeth of the arm. He was bringing up clothes.
The heavy equipment operator stops to take a look. There, wrapped in a black trash bag, is a black book bag containing clothing. The book bag is marked with a name and phone number.
When he got home to his wife, he told her that he thinks somebody might have had lost some luggage off of their car. His wife recognized the name. Asha Degree.
Next, with new evidence, a vital piece of the puzzle is in hand.
We can positively identify that book bag as belonging to Asha Degree.
Comes new hope for solving the case.
I think he gonna tell me they don't found her.
But could the new evidence point to the outcome Asha's family fears the most?
Things start twirling through your head, thinking maybe somebody had her, and panic.
In Shelby, North Carolina, it's been 18 months since Asha Degree vanished from her house in the middle of the night. Now, her book bag is found at a construction site along the same state highway where she was last seen walking on the night she went missing.
So, did you find her?
I got scared and thought that he was gonna tell me they done found her and that she wasn't alive anymore.
Authorities tell the family that some of the 9-year-old's belongings were found wrapped in a trash bag.
We don't know how long it was there. It just looked like they did, I guess, when she took them out of the house.
Federal Bureau of Investigation responded to that scene. The evidence was collected and sent to the lab in Quantico, Virginia for processing.
As they wait for results from the FBI lab, investigators search the surrounding area where the book bag was found and find nothing. Then, 9 months later, when the results are finally in, authorities confirm the bag belongs to Asha. Investigators, citing that the case is still open, say nothing more about the lab results. Did the FBI find fingerprints or DNA indicating someone other than Asha touched the bag. They won't say. However, investigators focus on another puzzling detail. The construction site where the book bag was discovered is more than 15 miles north of where Asha was last seen walking southbound on State Highway 18. Why did Asha change direction? Or did someone pick up Asha as she was heading southbound and later discard her backpack?
It implies that she was going one direction and somebody or something or somehow she ended up going the other direction.
It's a valuable clue to what might have happened to Asha, even though it may take time to connect all the dots.
That's the kind of information that sometimes does not produce immediate results.
Months turn to years in the search for Asha Degree. One lead after another is exhausted, and investigators get no closer to locating her than the day she went missing.
I have personally talked to investigators from New Jersey to Texas that have had information on the case. We still haven't found Asha Degree.
Authorities received several calls from prisoners claiming to have tips regarding Asha's disappearance. According to Asha's mother, Asha Degree, an undisclosed source told her that one of these tips suggests that Asha had been hit by a car in the middle of the night.
An inmate said that his son and nephew hit her that night. They were coming home from a party, and they had been drinking, and they hit her. When they got out, they could tell she was dead or she was dying, and they panicked, and they put her body in a black trash bag and then buried it.
Since Asha's case is still open, investigators will confirm they have received many tips over the years, but will not comment on any one specific tip. However, after collecting a number of leads, they decide to conduct another search.
It was information that Asha Degree's remains may be on a certain piece of property.
Authorities mobilize a search team.
Dogs were utilized, line search, grid search, and ground excavation with negative results.
Authorities will not comment any further.
I'm not going to go into detail on that.
But suspects are never named and no arrests made. For the family, it is another point of anguish in the search to find out what happened to their loved one. In 2009, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children creates an age progression photo showing what Asha Degree would have looked like at 19 years old. As a result of the photo, new tips come in, but nothing that leads them to Asha.
People in the community continually call, but we still haven't found Asha Degree.
Cleveland County, North Carolina, has been forever changed by Asha's disappearance.
We just need people involved in the community to actually just help spread the word.
Harold and Aquila refuse to give up on their daughter. Every year they walk the little more than a mile from their home to the site on Highway 18 where Asha was last seen.
I still got hope and faith that one day that we won't have to make that walk no more, that she will be home.
Just bring her back home. Help me get my family back.
The family hasn't moved from the house they shared with Asha. Even their phone number remains the same.
That's the last place she know. That's the last number she known we had. Hopefully, one day, she'll either show up or call. We haven't given up on her.
Harold and Aquila Degree continue to seek out details surrounding their daughter's disappearance, and authorities treat it as an ongoing investigation. Though many years have passed, the family has not given up hope that Asha may still one day come home. Take a look at this age progression photo made in 2009, showing what Asha Degree would have looked like at 19. If she's still alive, she's older now and may look like this image. Help us learn what happened to Asha Degree. Please call the number on the screen or go to our website, tv1.tv, for more information.